Hey yo, welcome back. Hey yo, if there's another video, you know what it is. First things first, this is gonna be a real quick one. I'm not gonna do that long, I'm not gonna talk that much, I'm not gonna speak. I'm not gonna overly speak in this one. I just saw a few tweets recently, and it had to do with the song by Kendrick Lamar. It is called Institutionalized. And it's speaking of the fact that he said, Massa, take these chains off me, which is completely out of context. And just, guys, can we please listen to music with brains? I don't even want to make this entire thing like a whole deep dive onto Pimp a Butterfly, because that video could be 4 hours long, genuinely. I love that album so much. If y'all want to see that, let me know. But I love that album so much. I could talk about it all day. It is such a beautiful album that speaks on so many things that are extremely important in this current climate. But one thing is for sure, though. That doesn't mean what y'all think it means. You know, like, and by the way, this has to do with the fact that Cuz said he makes music like he's trying to get the slaves freed, which is like insane, and like an insane thing to say to somebody about anything, or especially an insane thing to say as a half black man. And like, y'all think that that's a valid bar? No. And Kendrick doesn't make music to make white people feel bad. He makes music as liberation. That album is as a way to educate and liberate. That is a way to make people feel empowered through the music. Oh my God, please, I beg y'all, actually comment that y'all want that, because I will do the craziest deep dive. Probably my favorite album ever. I fucking listened to that shit 50 million times. Y'all don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Genuinely. Don't ever take a line out of that song out of context ever again, because guess what? Drake doesn't have 10 songs better than that shit. Bitch. Anyway, another thing I've seen, which is kind of akin to this, is recently somebody was on tour and he was streaming, and he talked to my boy. I don't know how to say his name anymore. I'm pretty sure it's Yasin Bey. He said artists in general, but black artists particularly, need to do their homework about black art, and it's not just black music, but you can pertain it to black music, because that's very much akin to what I was saying earlier when it comes to the fact of, like, you don't even understand the context of that bar, you don't understand the context of the album, you don't understand what he is trying to portray in this album. You're just going off of a line to try to laugh about him saying, Massa, take these chains off me. Please, you know what, let me pull up the fucking lyric, because that shit is really, oh my God, that bothered the fuck out of me. I guess you got what you wanted, bro. Like, genuinely. Let me find it. Shout to I can't play a second of this shit on anything. I'm so sorry, bro. If I was the president, I'd pay my mama rent, free my homies, and damn. Like, oh my God, please. Understand what institutionalized means. Understand what the album is all about. Understand the reason he made this album. Please. Okay? Thank you. Because I don't understand why the current ideology and the current mantra of a lot of people is to just be like, yeah, let's talk about something we don't know what the fuck we're talking about, though. Like, let's talk about something and we have no idea what it means. Let's talk about it, but we don't even know what the fuck it is. Do I come on here talking about quantum fucking physics? No, I don't. Because I'm not on that level, okay? But I can talk about some shit I listen to. I'm not gonna come on here and talk about some shit I've never listened to in my life, okay? So why the fuck are you just picking up a random lyric that you didn't even dissect? You didn't listen to this song at all with any intention. You were just like this, the drool coming out your fucking mouth. Listen to this shit, not even paying attention, and then you heard, Massa, take these chains off me. You went, that is right. Your parents literally just sat you in front of the TV and said, watch it. They didn't teach you shit. You didn't read a book in your life. You've never done anything. You don't understand a single historic implication to a single thing. You don't understand how words have the amount of power that they have. You don't understand anything. Genuinely, if you think that this is such a funny thing, talking about how this, like, rapping like the slaves free, rapping like he's trying to get the slaves free. That's a funny bar to you. That is a bar that you think is going to make everybody think, oh yeah, he won right there with that John. No, that shit was fucking corny. Extremely corny. It wasn't even close to being funny. When I heard that shit, I went like this. Huh? Because what the fuck are you talking about? You cannot cosplay as a black man and then come through and say some shit like that when you're going up against a black man. You can't do that. Because it just makes you look anti-black. Instantly, without a doubt, without any thought in your mind. Let me not go too far into that conversation. I don't know if I've spoken about the beef on this channel. I think I started this channel after the beef. I'm not going to really go into much more, but I have a very funny segment for y'all that I'm going to end this video on. Today, I think Lotto dropped their album. I don't know if it was today or tomorrow or sometime this week. My girlfriend did a reaction on it, on like she was sending me messages of how she felt about the songs. I'm gonna read them out to y'all. The first song is Business and Personal Intro. She said 3 out of 5 because I like the second half of the money. Get Money Girl, 2 out of 5. Didn't like the chorus, and it was basic song about getting money. GOMF featuring Glorilla, 5 out of 5. Chrome Heart Diaper Bag. Almost fell asleep listening. Don't really care. Nothing notable. And this is when I said she's too nice of a rater. Because how the fuck you go give it a 2 out of 5 if you saying you almost went to sleep? Okay, featuring Doja Cat, 4 out of 5. Pretty much just a sex song, but I liked it. Kind of catchy. And it's kind of a love letter to 21 Savage, which was this was like a big criticism that a lot of people had with this new Lotto album. A lot of the girls were saying, oh man, she's talking too much about 21 Savage. And apparently she is on this album. I'm not listening to it because it fucking sucks. And I also heard a bar from it, which is also insane. Why the fuck are we still making Trayvon Martin bars? You need to get your fucking ass beat. Like, I'm not even playing. Why are we making Trayvon Martin bars? Stop. God damn, 21. You suck at rapping now, so you just gotta say dumb shit. It's like when fucking Lil Wayne brought up Emmett Till. Like, what the fuck? You're one of my favorite rappers of all time. Why the fuck are you bringing that up? Oh my God. Speaking of the song, Hostage featuring 21 Savage, she gave it a 3.17. She said 21's feature was just nothing. Death Row, she said it was okay, singy song. On that, she gave it a 4.5 out of 5 because it falls off at the end and the beat sucks. I would have given it a fucking 3 if the beat sucks. And then the rest of the time, she says another 21 love song. And then Fallen, another 21 love song. And she said, I ended up skipping it. I can't anymore. I'm sorry. I'm losing hope. All these songs are the same in different fonts, low key. The next one is Need Love 2 featuring Sexy Red. First impressions came in making me dance. Oh yeah, Sexy Red actually ruined it so bad. And then I played Cheetah Print for her, by the way, so she could know how trash Sexy Red really is at this point of her career. Up next is Make Me featuring Mariah the Scientist. She said, sorry, don't like it. Could be so much worse, but two birds, one song. Two birds on one song, can't do it. Naked, he literally has her hypnotized with dick, 1 out of 5. Anxious featuring Wizkid, fine. Chillo, Take Nothing Special. 4L featuring Tiana Taylor, 3 out of 5. I love Tiana Taylor. Another Nothing Special song. And then Mama For Real with Jelly Roll. Mama featuring Jelly Roll, 1 out of 5. LMAO, Jelly Roll, get the fuck out of here. And basically what she said was every song was about 21 Savage, which is very funny. I'm happy she did this with me, or for me, because she's seen how I've been doing a lot of like album reactions and shit. So that was very sweet, and I like it a lot. And it's very fucking funny because the album sucks. I listened to a few of the songs too. It sucks, and I feel like that hot girl summer shit, that like genre of music right now is in a very low point because a lot of the girls who were making that type of music are now having children and starting families, and the people who are living that lifestyle don't really have somebody who can go for it. You know, they don't go for that shit anymore. I don't think, at least in my opinion. I'm not that deep into that lore, to be real with y'all. I did a Beyonce review in my last video. I'm not that deep into the women artists, to be honest. For me to know, like, if there's any underground Jones that's doing that, I hate to break it to you. I don't know. I just want to talk about how ignorant a lot of y'all are when it comes to, like, understanding implications of things you say, especially when it comes to music. Such a beautiful form of expression that for some reason, when you express something, you get hate. But thank y'all next time. See you. Yeah, peace.